this thing all night, on and off. So this thing was a disaster. This thing was plugged up. The whole pump mechanism was shot to hell. Everything was dried out. I had to fabricate parts and mess with it and figure out how to get it torn apart. This thing was shot to hell. It was all plugged up, everything dried up. It was just a disaster. And because I didn't know anything about these things when I bought this thing, it didn't have a sheath over here. So I don't have a sheath, and they don't sell one. So I'm gonna have to get like black pipe or something. I'll fabricate something for this. But yeah, you know, I had to fabricate some kind of pump cup for this thing, which I got working. So it's got a little bit of gasoline right there. It's filled with kerosene. I watched some videos on how to operate these things. I mean, it's like everything was dried completely. There's a little seal in here that was gone. I cut off a little piece of O-ring to put in there to be the seal. All the seals here were shot. I've got an O-ring in there. You can see I got a seal in here. I had to make a pump cup out of like a rubber out of that, and the check valve was shot to hell. I had to go and I actually used a garden hose gasket and I've got a hole puncher and punch out that does different sizes for leather, and punch out a piece to be for the check valve with the spring and everything. So it's like I've been messing with this thing all day. The jet was plugged up. I had to fix that. It's just been, so anyway, I'm just going to try to light this thing and see what happens. I got it in the barbecue. The gas is off. Natural gas valve is off. Worst case scenario, I can close it. I didn't put that much kerosene in there. Can release the pressure right here. I have no idea. We're just gonna see what happens here. But I can close this thing up. The worst case scenario, just close it up. So let's just see what happens here. Nope. It's always like that. All right, here we go. Close this door here. I have no idea what this thing's going to do. I don't even know if this is a good idea. This might be a really bad idea. We'll see. Oh, it is pressurizing up. I should probably move that out of the way. Oop. Looks like it wants to light off. This thing's supposed to be self-pressurizing. Maybe I don't have enough air in this thing. Ah, shit. That's not good. We're going to self-depressurize here. depressurizing this thing here. Whew, that wasn't fun. All right, so we've learned some things. This didn't work very good. I don't know if it's an air issue. Oop, it got crushed around it. All right. Now that I know I can shut it off. Yeah, this is kind of iffy, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little iffy, I'm not gonna lie about that. All right, here we go. We're gonna actually aim this way here. Didn't like that. It didn't. Ah, man. Let's just give it a chance here. It does look like it wants to go. Give it a chance here. Looks like it wants to go. It doesn't have the thing around it, but it is what it is. It does look like it wants to flame. It wants to go. See it? It wants to go. I don't think I'm going to pressurize it anymore. It's supposed to be self-pressurizing after it heats up. Yeah, spicy. Oh, man, I wish I did not have that that tarp over it. Sorry. But I do have a barbecue. It's going to take off. This thing looks like it's going to take off. And it's funny, I watched all the videos and nobody showed how to shut it down. They only showed how to light it up, but they didn't show how to shut it down. And after I figured out with one guy, he was like rebuilding and stuff, and I forgot what it is, but he said, yeah, you do this to go and depressurize it to turn it off. There we go, we're about ready to light there. Come on, baby, you can do it. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Woo! And we got SR71 flames coming out of this thing now. Come on, you can do it. That sheet. Now I am running kerosene. This is kerosene. But you can't say I didn't get this thing lit, alright? You can't say that. Because got a few things going against me on this thing. I don't have all the parts. This thing's about 3 billion years old. There's no spare parts for these things. I had to fabricate everything, whatever I needed. O-rings, whatever. Well, I mean, I had O-rings, air conditioning O-rings, but for the pump, I had to make new check valves. There's no manuals on how to tear this thing apart. It's really hard to figure out how to get that check valve out of there and tear it apart. Yeah, I can see why they had the sheath. Question is where is the extra flames coming from? Hey, I'm going to try to shut her down carefully. Hopefully, God will. All right, that was fun. That was fun. A little scary, but that was fun. All right. Man. Woo. All right, we're going to try one more time here. I'm going to light that back. I'm going to light it up. Maybe it didn't have enough pressure. I wish I had free hands. The jet is plugged up. You know. Really hard to figure out where the extra flame is burning from. I don't see any leaks. I went and filled this with water and pressurized it, which was really hard because I was sealing leaks left and right with this thing. So it seems like I got somewhere there's something going on there. I mean, I have partial success. Maybe it's the sheath. If you just have the sheath, you get full burning. I'm not sure. But I think that jet is plugged up right now a little bit. I used the jet, whatever you want to call it, unplugger, whatever you want to call it, from a Coleman gas generator to clean it out. Orifice cleaner. All right, let's see if we can safely shut this thing down. Fun times, right? Fun times. Whew. Wow. Yeah, it would have been cool. I didn't know anything about these when I bought this. I had no idea that part wasn't... It was really cheap. Apparently that's why, because it was missing that sheath, but I can make that. I have pictures, so it's like, that's not that hard to do. It's just basically a tube with some air holes cut into it. So it's like, I can make that. That's not a problem. I'll leave that open. Whew. All right, well, anyway, we made some success on the Primus. I told you I would get each one of these lit somehow, some way, somehow. And this pump was horrific. Horrific to fix that pump. It was awful. Every orifice on this thing was plugged up somehow, I'm telling you. Anyway. All right, well, we're going to call it a day. All right, God bless you. All right, well, I got this thing together. It came out pretty good. Not too bad, not too shabby. Yeah. Considering it was a crusty, ugly, completely looking ugly thing here. All right, let me go get some propane cartridges and we'll light her up. All right, first light. Whew. Let's light her up, okay? Here we go. All right. Ah, this valve, this thing here is just, oh my gosh. All right. See how this one goes? It's really, oh my gosh. It's like this thing, it there you go. I gotta get a different thing here. All right. There we go. Not bad for a unit that's like 1950s. Modernized it to take some refillable cartridges. Got it repainted up. All right. Not bad. I'm going to shut her down for a little bit here. All right, I'll bring you back. All right, let's light this up here. I know that sounds crazy. I got my torch on the top there. It is what it is. I only got one hand. All right, next. All right, I got some food here. We got some makeshift fried rice. It's leftover El Pollo rice. And then we got some of our veggie hamburgers. All right. Hey, that's hot. All right. Whew. All right, I gotta get something to grab onto that. I'll be right back. All right, well, I flipped these burgers prematurely. And this is going. I got 2 eggs in here. Like I say, I just kind of threw this together. It was just kind of devised on the fly. It's leftover El Pollo rice, 2 eggs, some butter, some turkey sausage, some celery, a little bit of soy sauce, a little cayenne pepper, yeah. pretty good. Sorry. See how these are doing here? I'm going to probably flip these right now. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Looking good. I got it. There you go. All right. Yeah, that blowtorch, I'll tell you. That was something else. I gotta make a sheath for that thing tomorrow. But we got it lit. It was hard. I had to make parts. All the seals and everything were dried up and shot. I had to just kind of like make them on the fly. But it worked. Thing works. I think the jet got a little plugged up at the end there, maybe. All right. I wonder what this tastes like. Let me try it a little. Yeah, it's good. Except it feels like it needs like some pepper. Nah, it's a little bit at the end there. I'm going to throw a little extra pepper. I'll bring it back in a minute. All right, all in all, everything worked out great. This thing did just great. So we got our hamburgers. We got our, well, it's fried rice. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. All right, we're going to shut things down. God bless you. You have a great Friday and a great weekend, and we'll catch you hopefully tomorrow. All right, take care.